Satta Shri Srima. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Shira Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Shira Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnu Padapanamaham Saparirachacharya, Ashtadada Satta Shri Srima. His Divine Grace Shira Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Sakha Ho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasade Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gaur Govindan Shyama Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Shri Jagnapuri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Chamuna Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhaktavinda Ki Jai. Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai. Transcendental Prasadam Distribution Ki Jai. Hare Rama Sankirtan Ki Jai. ISKCON Nyutwagadam Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Pramanandi Hare Hare Haribo. All glories to the Sambodhi Bodhis Hare Krishna. All glories to the Sambodhi Bodhis Hare Krishna. All glories to the Sambodhi Bodhis Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nanayana Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devin Sarasvatim Vyasam Tattvachayam Udirayet Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Utamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 18, text number 9. Just 1 second. Okay. Upavanitam etat vaha punyam parikshitam maya vasudeva katopetam akyanam yat aprichata upavanitam etava punya parishitam maya vasudeva katopetam akyananya aprichata upavanitam etava punya parishitam maya vasudeva katopetam akyanaya aprichata upavanitam etava punya parishitam maya vasudeva katopetam akyanaya aprichata. Vasudevam katopetam Punya Parikshitam Maya Vasudeva Kato Petam Akayana Prishata Upanita Vetapa Punya Parikshitam Maya Vasudeva Kato Petam Akyanayat Papichatam. Marajis. Upavanita etava. Punya parishitam maya. Vasudeva katopetam. Akyayana apichatam. Upamanita etava Punya parishitam maya Vasudeva katopetam Akayana pravichatam Upavanita etava Punya parishitam maya Vasudeva katopetam Akayana apichatam Upanitam. Almost everything described. Etat, all this. Vaha, unto you. Punyam, pious. Parikshitam, about marriage parikshit. Maya, by me. Vasudeva, of Lord Krishna. Katha, narrations. Upetam, in connection with. Akyanam, statements. Yat, what. Aprichata, you asked from me. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. O sages, as you did ask me, now I have described almost everything regarding the narrations about Lord Shri Krishna in connection with the history of the pious Maharaj Parikshit. So this is Sutta Goswami speaking. Purport. Srimad Bhagavatam is the history of the activities of the Lord, and the activities of the Lord are performed in relation with the devotees of the Lord. Therefore, the history of the devotees is not different from the history of Lord Krishna's activities. A devotee of the Lord regards both the activities of the Lord and those of his pure devotees on an equal level, for they are all transcendental. Om Agyanatiminandasya Gyananjana Sharakaya Chakshu Umanitan Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Ptadesmadi Tamo Vishnu Goswami Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Ptadesmadi Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Guravani Prachani Nimishesha Shinamati Prascharasa. Upamanita etava punya parishitam maya vasudeva kato petam akyanamya aprichata. O sages, as you did ask me, now I have described almost everything regarding the narration about Lord Krishna in connection with the history of the pious Maharaj Parikshit. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada, he's talking about the activities of Lord Krishna and the activities of the pure devotee of Lord Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, he said that A devotee of the Lord regards both the activities of the Lord and those of his pure devotees on an equal level. For they are all transcendental. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna actually confirmed this. Krishna says, Jamakama chame divyam evam yoveti tatvataha tyatvam deham punajamam naintimam etisho arjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in the material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. So from this, we could understand that to become free from the material world is actually an easy thing. We just need to know the activities of Lord Krishna is transcendental, it's not material. So in this regard, there's a nice, story. There was one time, the great sage Narada Muni, he was passing through our earthly planet on his way to Vaikuntha to see Lord Narayana. And on the way, he met two persons. One is a Brahmana, very qualified Brahmana, engaged in, all kinds of, ritualistic activities, studying the Vedas. And there is another person, is a cobbler, shoemaker. So when Narada Muni first met the Brahmana, the Brahmana offered obeisance to Narada Muni, and immediately he asked, "Oh, great sage, where are you going?" And Narada Muni told him that, "I'm going to Vaikuntha Loka to see Lord Narayana." "Oh, is it? Can you do me one favor? Can you ask the Lord when I'm going to go back to Vaikuntha Loka?" And Narada Muni said, "Sure, I'll definitely ask the Lord about that." And then Narada Muni met another person, which is the cobbler. So when the cobbler met Narada Muni, he offered his great respect to Narada Muni. And then he also asked Narada Muni, "Where are you going, oh my great sage?" And Narada Muni told him, "Actually, I'm going to Vaikuntha Loka to see Lord Narayana." And the cobbler immediately, "Oh, great sages like you can travel, anywhere. So can you do me one favor? Can you ask Lord Narayana when I'm going to go back to the Vaikuntha Loka, the spiritual world?" And Narada Muni told him, "Sure, I'll definitely ask the Lord about that." So Narada Muni continued his journey, and ultimately he reached the Vaikuntha Loka. And he saw Lord Narayana there. And then while talking to Lord Narayana, Narada Muni remembered the two persons he met on this earthly planet. And he asked Lord Narayana, saying, "My dear Lord, while on my way to Vaikuntha Loka to see you, I met two persons on the earthly planet. One is the Brahmana, and another is the cobbler. So they were both asked me when they are going to come back to the spiritual world. Can you kindly, because I'm going to go back soon to the earthly planet. Can you tell me? And Lord Narayan answered, sure. So for the Brahmana, Lord Narayan said, it will take him many births, to go back, to the spiritual world. But for the Cobra, after ending this life, the present life, he will come back to the spiritual world in his next life. And Narad Muni was surprised to hear the answer of Lord Narayan, because Narad Muni knows that the Brahmana is always engaged in, pious activities like studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices. But it's the Cobra, he's just a simple, shoemaker. So Narad Muni asked the Lord, why is like that? And then Lord Narayan told Narad Muni, you will find out when you meet them. You just tell them, when they ask me what I was doing in the Vaikuntha planet, you just tell them both that I was passing an elephant through the eye of the needle. When you tell them this, then you could understand why the result is like that. So after some time, Narad Muni came back to the earthly planet. So he went to see the Brahmana. And then when the Brahmana saw Narad Muni, and he immediately, asked Narad Muni, "Oh, great sage, did you meet Lord Narayan in the heavenly, in the Vaikuntha Loka?" And Narad Muni told him, "Yes." So, did you ask the Lord when I'm going to go back to the spiritual world? And Narad Muni answered, "Yes, I asked." So, what did Lord Narayan say? And Narad Muni said, "The Lord told me that you have to take many births on this earthly planet before going back to the spiritual world." And upon hearing the answer of Narad Muni, the Brahmana became very angry, and he said, "Now, how can is it possible like that? I don't believe that you met Lord Narayan in the Vaikuntha Loka. Tell me what Lord Narayan was doing in the Vaikuntha Loka." And Narad Muni told the Brahmana, saying that when I met Lord Narayan in the Vaikuntha Loka, so Lord Narayan, he was just passing an elephant through the eye of the needle. Upon hearing, the answer of Narad Muni, the Brahmanas immediately said, "It's ridiculous. How can it is possible?" It's very ridiculous. Yeah. And then Narad Muni understand why Lord Narayan would say it will take many lifetimes, for the Brahmana to go back to the spiritual world. Because the Brahmana cannot understand that the activities of the Lord is all transcendental. Yeah, he cannot understand. Yeah, that's why it will take many lifetimes. Actually, in the purport of this verse, Prabhu, he said, for this kind of person, it will take many lifetimes, and only by the mercy of the devotee of the Lord, he can start, devotional service, and then he can go back to the spiritual world. And then Narad Muni continued his travel, and finally he met this cobra. And when the corporal saw Nard Muni, the corporal immediately offered his respects, and he asked Nard Muni, did you meet Lord Narayan in the Vaikuntha planet? Yes, Nard Muni answered, yes, I did. So, and the corporal asked, have you asked the Lord that when I'm going to go back to the spiritual world? And Nard Muni said, yes. And Nard Muni told him that the Lord told me that at the end, after the end of this life, in the next life, you will go back, to the spiritual world. And the corporal was very happy to hear that. Jai, immediately is in ecstasy. Yeah. And then Nard Muni asked the corporal, do you want to know what Lord Narayan was doing in the Vaikuntha planet? And the corporal was very eager to hear that. He said, please tell me. And Nard Muni told him, when I met Lord Narayan in the Vaikuntha planet, the Lord was just, passing an elephant through the eyes of a needle. And immediately the corporal said, Jai, look at my Lord. He's omnipotent. He can do whatever things, wonderful things he could. He just have firm faith with those transcendental activities. And then Nard Muni realized why Lord Narayan would say that the corporal would go back to the spiritual world in his next life. Yeah. So we should have firm faith with Lord Krishna's activities. Lord Krishna's activities is actually transcendental. It's not material. Although, when the Lord comes to this material world, he's acting like a, ordinary human being, but actually, he's always, transcendental. And Prabhu also said that the Lord pure devotees' activities are also transcendental. Recently, the Chinese devotees, they were translating the subtitle of the film of Srila Prabhupada into Chinese. And they requested me to edit the translation. So I got the opportunity to watch the film of Srila Prabhupada over and over again. And as I was watching the movie of Srila Prabhupada, I was really amazed to see that Srila Prabhupada, he achieved so much within a short period of time of 12 years. He, we all know that Prabhupada, he came to America in 1965, and within a short period of 12 years, he established more than 100 centers all over the world, and he wrote more than 50 volumes of books. Yeah, very big books like the Bhagavad Gita, 50 volumes. And he initiated many thousands, like 5,000 to 10,000 of disciples like that. I'm really convinced that Prabhupada's activities, the activities of Srila Prabhupada is actually not ordinary. Because not any ordinary human being can achieve great success like that, you know. And I want to share one of a few minutes of the movie. Can I play a little movie about that movie? Yeah, just few minutes. Yeah, we can all get some.
I'm Reed Collins. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. A hypnotic rhythmic chant of 16 words has replaced LSD and other drugs for some in New York's East Village. On 2nd Avenue and 1st Street is a storefront in which a Swami has set up shop. There, his American disciples are learning about Krishna consciousness.
Someone told you the story, you wouldn't believe it. Here he is. He's 70 years old. He has no money. He has no contacts. He has none of the things that makes for success. He's starting an effort, and it turns into an international movement.
I want to bring one revolution against materialistic civilization. That is my ambition, so that the whole world may be happy.
Prabhupada came to America in an extraordinary time.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper.
Everyone was questioning. Everyone was searching for a better way of life.
Turn on, tune in, drop out.
Timothy Leary came along with the drug bandwagon, but that wasn't good enough. We wanted an alternate reality that wasn't drug-induced.
And suddenly this new force from the east was coming in. People began to look towards India.
There was a sense in us that the ancients knew something, that there was a goodness inherent in men, and there was a wisdom.
So Prabhupada got here right at that historical moment in time. He walked right into the middle of it.
He was such a curiosity. I mean, just to look at him was just an amazement. Wow.
He was a person that seemed to be experiencing a state of happiness that came from some place that they knew nothing about and never had any access to. And so they were intrigued.
He says this movement is meant to bring about a revolution in the life of a misdirected civilization.
Prabhupada brought forward the great culture and the great teachings of those who came before him.
Everyone is thinking, I'm American, I'm Indian, I'm European, I'm Australian, but I am not this body. I am spirit soul.
If I see this person, this soul, struggling just like I'm struggling in my body, then all of a sudden we're family. And I have a reason to love you. That's deep.
He challenged the very premise of our material life. And for many of us, that was exactly what we needed to hear.
Our mission is to see everyone become happy. We don't want to see that we exploit somebody else and I become happy. No. We want to see everyone happy, but they do not know how to become happy.
See, the activities of the pure devotee, they are definitely transcendental. You know, after watching this movie, I realized that the pure devotee has the power to create a Vaikuntha atmosphere. We know that this material world is called a place of death, Mityoloka. People are constantly in great anxieties. But as I watch this movie, I realized Srila Prabhupada is so powerful, so transcendental, that wherever he goes, he can create a Vaikuntha atmosphere. So I strongly recommend, if anyone has any time, please watch this movie watch it over and over again. You will be really inspired, Yeah, I just stop here. Is anyone has any question or comment? Yes, Prabhuji. Sure. Sure. But today, I think we are celebrating Savas Prabhu's birthday. Maybe we can watch it on Saturday or Sunday. Is that okay? Yeah. Any other questions or comments? So we will stop here. Thank you so much for coming for the Bhagavatam class. Gantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Haribo. Haribo. Thank you. Yeah, maybe, that's a good idea.